How you going? It's Monday, 28th of September, day after Cairns Ironman. Yes, I'm getting ready to go for a run. The aim is to just try and recover, get the legs ticking over, see how they're feeling, see what I can do. I'll let you know how it goes at the end. .38 minutes, 6.69 Ks at 5:44 per kilometre. That was an angry run. I'm not going to go into it. I've talked about it in my race recap, but I failed yesterday, and I don't enjoy failing. I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to let that happen again. Today's day one. .7 Ks at 5:37 per kilometre. Legs starting to tick over a little bit better today. Didn't have any gut issues, which is good. So managed to get the full loop in. Hopefully extend that out to the 8K loop tomorrow. We're getting back slowly but surely. Taking it easy. Then back into it next week. See you guys. Hey guys, Sunday, lunchtime, what is it, 20 past 12. Just went out for a long run because I missed it this morning. Jeez, it was too hot. I ended up calling it quits after 40 minutes. A lot of things went wrong, but you know, it doesn't matter. The smart thing to call it quits. Alright, so it was 7.8 Ks in 40 minutes. I'm quite sure it's on the screen. When we go inside, I'm going to talk about basically where I'm going to go with this channel from now on. I've got some goals, ready to move forward. See you soon. Hey guys, so just a little bit of info about this week. Managed to get, 5 runs done, 33 Ks over the week, 3 hours of running time. That was the aim, was just to get the time on the feet, just to try and get running as close to every day as possible. Had Tuesday off just because I needed it, and then Saturday started a new gym, so I'll talk a little bit about that later, but that's the reason why I took Saturday off as well. I ran every other day, which is really good. Wednesdays was a little bit troubling. Had a few problems with my stomach, and had to cut that short, so that's why that one's just at 26 minutes. Like when I tried to run, it felt like my stomach felt on Sunday when I was racing last week. Okay guys, let's now change tacks a little bit and take a bit of a deep dive into where I'm going to go with this channel and what my goals are moving forward. So I've come up with essentially a 3-step plan, okay, and it evolves around the idea of 3 Cs, okay, 3 things I want to work on and work towards. So the 3 Cs stand for consistency, cadence, and CLIFTON. I'll dive in a little bit about each one and where I want to go with each one. Consistency, where this is coming from. In my training plan for the Ironman, one of the big things I found was that I could not develop any sort of consistency with my training. By the end, I developed this pattern where I would struggle to get out of bed early in the week, be putting off workouts, be doing 2 workouts a day later in the week, get to the weekend, loading up my weekend with workouts, and then be exhausted and start the cycle all over again. It wasn't good. I want to balance that, get that consistency happening throughout the week. A lot of reasons for that, including the different timings of different activities, so like the bike and the swim taking a lot longer than running, and work and commitments. But then the other part was later on in the training program, I got injured, so that affected my ability to train consistently as well. So I've created a plan that has a little bit less variability in terms of the amount of time I'm spending. So less time running but splitting it up over every day, except for rest weeks where I'll have one day off. In terms of the injury
prevention, I have signed up to a gym. I'll be starting that next week to build that strength. The gym that I'm working with, I have worked with before, and I have achieved great results from doing what I'm doing over the next few weeks. So next one, cadence. All right, so this one's an interesting one because there's a whole lot of different schools of thought about running cadence and running technique and developing running technique. Now, something that I have noticed, okay, with myself is that I have huge variability in my cadence, and when I go through looking at my easier runs, they tend to vary from 152 steps per minute to 165 steps, and that's a pretty big variation. What happens then in my races when I'm going harder, I have even greater variability. So if we have a look at the Clifton Beach 10K that I did a few weeks ago, I dropped down as low as 163, and I can remember that point. I was tired, up to about 182, and it really fluctuated. You can see on that graph that it really fluctuated there. So something that I would like to do, and I know that I'm a bigger runner, so I'm never going to get to that ideal of 180, 190 steps per minute, okay? That's for the guys who are 5'1" and weigh 50 kilos. I'm not that guy, okay? I will never be that guy. So my cadence is always going to be lower than that. But what I'd like to do over this 5-week period is just increase it slightly, okay? To 163 to 165 and develop a little bit more consistency. To do that, I'm going to use the metronome on my watch. Not every run that I do and not every easy run, but just a few easy runs a week, chuck the metronome on and just try to increase that cadence a little bit and try to get that step in with that. And I'll just see how that goes. If I get that goal, then I might focus on a little bit more and see if it's actually helping me. It may not help, it may not work, it's just something to try. Okay, last one, Clifton. Clifton Beach Road Race. It's a 10K race that occurs 6 times throughout the year here in Cairns. Now, it's an ideal control test, and that's what I'm using it for. This is my data, this is where I'm getting it from, and how I'll track whether or not what I'm doing is working. So, first one, I did a Clifton Beach Road Race a couple of weeks ago. I did 41:45, okay? I didn't push myself absolutely to the max because I was in the process of training for the Ironman. It's not a perfect baseline. I do have at the end of this week, there is the second race of that series, so that'll give me the perfect baseline at the end of this week. The next series is on November the 8th and December the 13th, so that gives me 5 weeks before November the 8th to really work hard, develop that consistency, try and improve the cadence a little bit, and see if that helps me improve my running. So ideally, at the next series, I'm aiming to win the series. Okay, at the moment I'm second in this series. I'm a couple of minutes behind a guy, and in the November 8 race, I want to go under 40 minutes. Okay, if I can do that and feel good, I think I'll have achieved, and I'll be really happy with how I go. Okay, so those 3 goals again are to run every day, except for rest weeks, to increase my cadence to somewhere between 163 and 165, and at the November the 8th Clifton Beach Road Race, run a 10K in under 40 minutes. If you want to follow along, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Love to take you along with me. Like I said in last week's video, seeing people calling out to me about the YouTube videos, it was a surreal experience, but it was actually kind of rewarding. So I'd love to take you along for the ride with me. And yeah, if you've got any questions or any comments, any thoughts, leave a comment down below. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.